Hi, hello, welcome back to the Moo 5 Reasons. I am Matthew Oliver, your local mooer, and today's 5 reasons is no kids at your wedding and why you shouldn't have them. We all love kids. Well, some of us love kids. I can't say that I do love kids. Maybe if I had some kids in the family, like brothers and sisters had, like, if I was an uncle, I might actually like them ones. But typically, I'm not a big kid fan. And after, planning loads of weddings, at the moment and obviously in the past, my experience with kids at weddings is not a good experience. You're not relaxed, you're going to be worrying about the kids, they're going to be screaming, they're going to be running around. It's so easy not to have them. All you have to do is put in your invitation, adults only, or, no kids allowed sort of thing. And if you do this in advance, your guests will be fine. They'll know that the kids are not generally invited, which is absolutely fine. Yes, you might get some haters and say, oh, I'm not coming to it if my kid can't come. But so what? That'd be cheaper for you, But generally, kids at weddings are a nuisance, especially if it's a small wedding. If it's like a 50 wedding, if 50 of you at this wedding and there's kids there, they're generally going to be seen and heard, and it's not nice. You want to be relaxed, you want to enjoy yourself, and having a kid there, or if you've got your own kid, it just makes it a whole lot worse for you. You can't relax, you can't enjoy yourself. So just think about it, definitely. But it is so much nice to relax, because kids are just terrible creatures. They shouldn't be allowed to speak. I know, call me a hater, I know. It's not nice being nasty to lovely kids. But the 5 reasons, basically, on what why you shouldn't have them. Number 1 reason why you shouldn't have them is their attention seeking. It's all about them. They don't relax. They don't do anything. They're just basically attention seeking. If you've got a child and it's your child and you're the one getting married, your child is going to be, because normally they're the ones getting the attention because they're so beautiful and lovely and no one's seen them before. But when it's your wedding and you're walking down the aisle, everyone's giving you attention. The kids hate it because normally they're the ones that have the attention, not you. So that they're confused, so they're make so much noise. So that's the second reason. They make noise. They don't shut up. Throughout the ceremony, throughout the reception, screaming, crying, just making themselves heard, basically, because they're not having the attention that they need or that they want. So they make a lot of noise, which means that your wedding is, altered around them, You might not be able to carry on the ceremony because there's someone screaming, or you might miss a really nice moment, but then the child screams, So you don't want that at your wedding. Third reason is they're a distraction. They distract yourself or myself from, doing what's needed. Like at the ceremony, if you're just about to say your vows, a child makes a noise, they're going to distract you. If I'm planning a wedding and making it like this fantastic event, which is absolutely glorious and fantastic, the best day of your lives, and a child does something, it's a distraction to me, and that might cause a problem, so they are a massive distraction at your wedding. I know I'm being harsh, but think about it without a child. Your wedding will be a lot better. Yeah, we love them, I know. I'm not saying that I love them, but of course you love them, but it will make your wedding just a little bit more relaxed and a bit more pleasant. Fourth reason why you shouldn't have them, they're dirty and messy. When they're at your house or in the garden, they're dirty like that. Think about it at your wedding. Think about them coming up to you and touching your dress with their mucky hands, their dirty fingernails, covered in ice cream, or maybe the cake. They might have eaten the cake before you even cut it because that dirty little rascals. So just make sure, you don't want that. You don't want dirt all over your beautiful dress or your beautiful attire that you're wearing. Especially if you're the mum of the child, obviously it's going to touch you. It's inedible. It's definitely going to touch you. So they are dirty and messy. Fifth reason they run into things or bump into things. They run around, screaming their heads off, and they run into like, you know, it could be a lovely decoration or a flower arrangement they knock over, and that's it. That's, you know, maybe 500, 600 pounds going down the drain because they were running around making a fool of themselves. So, you know, they could ruin your beautiful decorations by running around, jumping into things or into decorations. So that's the 5 reasons on not to have them. However, obviously, I do have to put to the point where if you are at a wedding and you can't get rid of them, obviously the best way, if you are going to have kids at your wedding, then there's ways around it to make it enjoyable for them and for you. Probably the best way is to have like a babysitter or a creche, like a nanny, to look after your kids throughout that time, just so that you can relax and the kids can enjoy themselves with other kids, with like games or, you know, party games and like eating sweets and stuff in a separate room miles away from the actual main party. So that's, you know, you can do that. I'll let you achieve that because it works. However, if you don't have a nanny or a play area or a creche, and you want kids at your wedding, just don't go down that route. You need to have a nanny or a creche, seriously. Especially if you've got over 7 kids. Think about all those 7 kids in one place at the same time. It is a disaster. So just think about it, okay? If you really seriously need kids at the wedding, get a nanny and get a creche or a play area. Otherwise, just don't have kids. Simple as that. And it's easy. All you have to do is put in the save a date, or when you're sending out the invitations with all the information on, like what I said about having a fact sheet, just say, sorry, no kids allowed, or strictly adults only. And people will understand that. They seriously do. It's no, it's not important. And if you've got a small child yourself, they're not going to remember your wedding just because they're so tiny. So just think about it. Anyway, love you all and have a fantastic evening, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Sorry about the phone going off halfway through that. I do apologise. Anyway, take care. Love you all. No kids at weddings.